All right, Coach, from the home of the Bills since 1973, there's a look at New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, New York. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Buffalo Bills. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Looking to throw. Blackburn throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun, Blackburn. And he finds Seals Jones complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Off-play action. Blackburn. The 20. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. First trip to the red zone for the Bills. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Kendall Beckwith coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 13. Following the interception, Winston toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Jameis now on 1st down. It's caught, Stills, right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now it's Brown. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
This is Brown on the carry. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and they're going to have a third down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Trying to get it that time to Stills.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Throwing on first down. Blackburn. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
Wrap up.
Still moving. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down. Well, starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is they had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out.
But warm-up QB2, let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take him downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
Watch him now, Barney!
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Off the play fake. Blackburn. He rifles one that's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. Shrugs him off. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
They'll run it here with Brown. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. They'll run. This is Brown. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Winston now from the 50. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. First catch there for Evans. Good enough for a first down. And that's the first connection. The number 1 overall pick in 2015 finding the number 7 pick in 2014 in Evans.
And what a great target Mike Evans is for Jameis Winston. Winston's a pretty accurate thrower, but that catch radius that Evans provides, that makes him that much more dangerous.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mario Edwards in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Winston. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Throw right side going to be caught by Seals Jones. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
They go play action here on first down. It's complete to Chris Conley. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
And now he'll tuck it and run. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There was a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it two different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
To throw on second down, Blackburn. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Gerald McCoy coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9.
That's what I'm talking about.
2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. Back to Buffalo after this. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Tie it right. Detroit! Detroit!
Operating from the gun, Blackburn. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And this one will be brought back to the 22. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. On 2nd down, Winston again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The tight end, Cameron Brate, was the target. 3rd down here.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
On 3rd down, Winston. Going deep here for Matthew. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And all the way down to the 26. A big play for the Bucs there on 3rd down. 51 yards. The first update from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. And early on, the driver's seat belongs to the Seahawks. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Here's Winston. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Winston. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Terrence Brooks with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Winston. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And Conley's got it over the middle. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st down, Blackburn. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is good. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Jameis to throw it. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Dayon Buchanan in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. To throw is Winston. He's going deep for Brown. And got his man complete. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Gone!
Throwing again. Blackburn. Eluding the pressure right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. That is caught inside the 5. A good pickup there, a 22.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
Winston now. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Ready. Blue way.
They give it to him running left. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Latavius Murray, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the interception by the Bucs D leads to a touchdown. And he's able to put it through. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Bills. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Gone!
Off play action. Blackburn. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Blackburn. And that is incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys will have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They really struggled in the first half, but they've made some adjustments looking better in the second half. But sometimes do we overanalyze? Is it always adjustments, or sometimes is it guys just sticking better to the game plan?
I think the latter, and I love how you brought that up because we always want to credit, oh, they adjusted here and they made this change there. Sometimes it's just executing what they worked on in practice all week much better. In this case, I think it's a combination. They found a different part of their playbook, and it's working really well for them.
Working extremely well at this point. Second down, Winston. Wide open receiver, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On second down, it's Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And Stills bringing it in. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
23 yards on the play. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Blackburn. Buying time to his left. Josh Doxson's got it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And always sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw again. Blackburn. That's caught over the middle by Seals-Jones. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back now in Buffalo. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And it's a fumble. And the Buccaneers have it.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan. The Bucs on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Winston. He's going to let this one go deep. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Flushed out right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he's trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
He had no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Blackburn. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Out to the left, it's complete to Dodson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills first down. Throwing on first down. Blackburn finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll bring up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He's got the hook up with Conley. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Chris Conley, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bills draw a bit closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
This certainly feels like they were wanting to go for 2, but weren't really sure they should go for 2. Do we, don't we, do we, don't we? And guess what ends up happening?
5-yard penalty.
That's right. Now you probably line up and kick the extra point.
So now an important conversion attempt here as the Bills line up to go for 2. Again, it's Taylor. Forced out to his left. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right?
And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Jameis now on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's Collins. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble.
Again, it's Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bills getting set to go.
Detroit!
On first down, Blackburn. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. He's picked off at his own 46. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. This is Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Ready, blue lady.
They'll go again to Jones. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Let's go now. Ready, blue lady.
The give is to Jones. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And that will keep this a 15-point game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Caught here by Conley. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Looking to throw. Blackburn. And his throw is incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
To throw is Taylor. That's caught left side. Seals Jones with it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st and 10, Blackburn. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Off the play fake. Blackburn. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for one here and save the possible two-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for two here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Winston will kneel down, and that should be your ball game. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.